evening, freaks. I'm here to give you a read straight from the hip with lots of lip. And we are diving back into that 2023 Love Forecast series for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, or a loaded fifth house, stellium, three or more planets in that fifth house, or one of those strong placements like I just mentioned. You may find resonance with one of the messages I bring through here. I like to believe that everybody comes here for a reason. There's something in here for everybody. Do engage your intuition in receiving these reads. Understand it is a collective read, so that's a lot of people. Not every story is going to be for you. Take what resonates, toss aside the rest. Above all, just be open, enjoy the experience, have fun, and let's just dive into it. You'll know how to flip-flop roles as you need to, all that good stuff. I don't want to waste a bunch of time with this. I feel like getting right into the messages. I did get this like initial download in for you, and it came through my coffee, ironically. Might be a coffee connection, something coming in there for you all. Maybe you're planning on meeting somebody for coffee. Perhaps you had a coffee date. You had a coffee date. You did one of those like, speed dating things at a coffee house. You're not so sure what you thought of the experience. You're not so sure if it's for you. I mean, I think you're kind of doing some fun things, doing some different things. I feel like you're just wanting more pleasure, wanting more pleasure. I put whipped cream and a little drizzle of honey on the whipped cream on my coffee, which I'm having black, okay? And I never do that. I never do that, but I felt like doing it before your read. So it's significant, okay? It means something. I'm getting an initial download in for you all with all of that. I feel like you've had a lot of the bitter taste in love, Leo. You've had a lot of the harsh taste in love. You've had a wake up and smell the coffee kind of moment, Yeah, it might have been a bit acidic going down, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like now you're ready for more sweetness. You're ready for something that's a little bit more balanced. I think you're also looking for more pleasure. Some of you, I don't know where this came from, but some of you were really focusing a lot on your body and getting your body in shape because you really wanted to be sexually desirable to somebody. Maybe they prefer a body type that's just not your natural body type. And so you were really trying to make yourself fit in a mold that didn't fit, um, instead of really looking at what was really going on there, that, this person was not really appreciating you, and in some ways was being really shallow. But this kind of came in, so I want to speak to it. I almost feel like um, some of you dealt with some kind of rejection, and for some reason you internalized this rejection as being about physical appearance. Maybe somebody tried to make you feel like that. They kind of like put down your physical appearance. There's some piece of this coming in. Maybe you feel like the person put you in kind of a competitive position. Maybe this brought up some insecurities for you. You struggled with this a bit. I brought it in because I feel like this is somebody's message coming in. Somebody like really kind of went down a bit of a rabbit hole with that. You really started restricting your food and just having a relationship with food that you never had before. And it ended up being a real issue. And so you're kind of like recovering from that a little bit. You're getting into a place where you're starting to find more balance. You're not getting all swept away in that whole new year, new me thing, that instead you're just like, you know what? I want to do things in a healthier way this year. And I feel that absolutely applies across the board with relationships, love relationships, what you're looking for, what you want. But you're recognizing it begins with you, and it's how you show up for yourself and how you treat yourself. I think you were really hard on yourself. I think you went through something where you really just felt like you really got taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? You felt like you really just you let yourself kind of be taken for a ride, and somewhere along the way you lost connection with yourself. And I think that that's something that really needs a lot of nurturing and love this year, is just your connection with yourself, how you see yourself, and not needing any kind of validation from anybody outside of yourself. And I think you've been looking at some of these things, like the way that you compromise yourself in order to please another, in order for them to find you desirable, when maybe the value is being put in the wrong place. And this piece is like wanting to come in, because we are moving out of the Scorpio South Node, which is all about integrating our shadow work so we can rise up into that Taurus North Node. And we do that by understanding our worth, understanding our value, understanding what shouldn't be compromised at the end of the day, because it brings us out of our integrity. And so I feel like there's this piece coming forward for all of you, but there is this sense of you've dealt with a lot of harshness and bitterness. In some cases, you had experiences that left a bitter taste in your mouth. You might still be grappling with those a little bit, especially while Scorpio's South Node remains in place until July, when it shifts into Libra. I think then you'll have a more balanced view of love and relationships and what you're looking for moving forward. I also feel like at that point, you're going to feel like the scales have really balanced, something makes sense, something's clear. You'll have owned your piece in the situation. I'm getting that. That's coming through for somebody, that this is something that can't be avoided. Maybe you've been avoiding it for a while. Maybe you feel bitter toward the other person because for some reason, them being honest or speaking the truth puts you in a place where you have to be accountable too. I don't know what that's about, but that's coming in for somebody. But I feel that is when the karmic balance will come about, is in July. And right now, there's this need to sort of do what you can to start to bring in more of, I'm getting like more of the sweetness, more of the sweetness, more gentle, less abrasive. I just feel like there's been a lot of harshness. Maybe some harsh truths have had to be seen. Maybe it's been a lot of intense, deep healing work. And it's put you through a lot. It was 8:11 on the clock when I said that, but it's so essential, because it was through doing that work that you're actually coming to a really powerful place of alignment. You're also stepping into your power, and this is going to change how you move forward in relationships. All right. So 828, big download came in there for you all. We are going to get into the shuffling portion now. I will have timestamps available for you guys. Okay. But you have to wait until after it airs, and then I'll get to them as quickly as possible. I'm getting pretty good at getting them marked down, so I can get them to you all in a timely fashion, because I know it's so nice to have timestamps. Yeah, bottom of the deck energy. There's that Scorpio South Node. We got the death card. Okay, so death is about a transformation. All right, so this is kind of in the basis of the matter that you're entering into 2023 with, Leo, is the ending of an old cycle, the letting go of the old version of love. All right. For some of you, this is old ideals you had in love, or what you thought would be the perfect love relationship. Your ideas about love are changing. What you want is shifting. What used to work doesn't work anymore. You're going through a radical reconstruction in this area. For some of you, you went through a long, dark passage in love where you really acted out a lot of your shadow through relationship, through connections that actually kind of like held up a mirror to you and showed you the darkest parts of yourself. And it reminds me of, Mary Oliver's quote. I refer to it quite often because I feel like it's a very powerful quote, but it's someone once gave me a box of darkness, and I realized this too was a gift. Okay, so there's this piece coming in. That was paraphrasing. It's it's not as eloquently as she put it, okay, but it's that concept that sometimes we have to go on a dark journey to get to the other side and experience the healing and integration we're really needing. And that this is what allows us to come into the love within ourselves and makes us receptive to connecting with others in a meaningful way in terms of, a real intimate, soulful bond. All right. And I feel like you're wanting that, and you came to a point on your path where you realized if you're going to get that, you have to go through some kind of transformation because 11 on the clock. All right. Yeah. If you want that alignment, man, there needs to be an alignment within yourself. And I think you realized that there were certain patterns of behavior, certain types of people you kept inviting in, maybe one person in particular. I'm getting this kind of Persephone Hades vibe, somebody who really understood your shadow. It's like you two connected on this level. It was like your shadows were drawn to each other because they knew that they could perfectly reflect to one another what was needed for healing. It's got like trauma bonding energy, and it was 11:33 on the clock when I said that. So I feel like you're doing a lot of transformational work in regard to this, and you're getting ready to rise up out of that Scorpio South node, move into that Taurus North node where you know your worth and value and get to see what's on the other side of that. All right. So we're going to shuffle these out before we get into the individual readings. I do encourage you to hang out for it because I get channeled messages from the time I start the tape rolling. Okay. So you may miss out on something. I also want to say it's helpful, even if you're not in a relationship, to listen to the cuff section, listen to the complicated section, even if it's not complicated, because it's been very interesting in doing these reads. I've noticed amongst the different piles, there's like this running theme that runs throughout. And I think it provides a lot of interesting insight. So, but you be the judge, you choose how you want to receive these readings. I will have a timestamp so you can jump ahead, but we're just going to dive into it. Deck is well shuffled. We are shuffling for single Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars are loaded, fifth house for the 2023 love forecast for single Leos. 2023 love forecast, Spirit, for single Leos. Single and ready to mingle, not in a relationship, totally available. Okay, that's really a little crazy. So I'm just going to kind of look at this real quick and get an overall summation. Two of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands, the Fool, King of Swords, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, Tower, Death, the Star, Page of Cups, the Sun, Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. This is for somebody who started thinking about making a change to their current situation. They were already in a serious relationship, probably living with somebody. I think this was somebody considering becoming single so they could head in a particular direction, possibly with a fire sign, or you were wanting to head in a particular direction. I am picking up strong fire sign energy around it, though. Fire and air, both fire and air. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, also Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Okay, maybe even thinking about making a move in Aquarius season. This might be something that's on the brain. You might be considering becoming single so you can move in a different direction, but it means cutting off something in the past. I think you're really motivated by the D in this case. I have to be honest with you. I'm just picking up big, like, hook up energy here. And you're wanting this hookup so bad that you might be willing to risk it all, risk your stable relationship, right? Shuffling for singles, but somebody who's in a commitment and is tempted to become single is sort of infiltrating, cross-watching here on this section here. Interesting. I haven't had this happen yet. You all might need to do some work around boundaries. One of the people in this connection might be with somebody, okay? They might be with somebody, and you could potentially be just kind of on a hookup level with this person. This could be a single that's involved with somebody who's in a relationship. They're in a serious relationship. It looks like somebody they're living with. They might have presented that they were like single, available, ready to mingle, but it's actually a third party situation. You don't know about this. Is coming to light. You might have had travel plans with this person. This person really just they want to get laid. I mean, I got to just call it like I see it, right? This is initial message coming in for singles and ready to mingle. Be on the lookout for this. Strong fire sign energy around this. It's an immature energy. They're just out for a good time. It has the potential to really like bring your house down, man. Bring your house down. For those of you who are in commitments and are considering, heading towards somebody single, you're going to really screw up things on the home front. If you go in this direction, I see a bad ending. It won't be good. All right. For those of you who are single, you might need to really, get to know somebody before you just, give them the booty. I'm picking that up because they're going to really present this like vibe of like, oh, you're my happiness. We're soulmates. It's like kismet. It's destiny. You're my shining star. There's something really sus here, man. You need to wait. You need to wait because something's going to be revealed. This person's already in a commitment. All right. I'm not giving you all of those. Y'all took a lot of cards here, like a lot, man. I'm going to let you have them, man. Okay. I'm going to let you have them, but we still have to read for cuffed, shuffling for cuffed Leos. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, loaded fifth house, cuffed Leos in serious relationships, cuffed Leos who are in commitments, marriages, serious relationships. I already saw that your energy kind of interfered a little bit for some of you. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a whole section of cards that just flew out towards the single pile. Some of you Leos in relationships are considering getting out of your relationship. You're considering entering the dating pool again, okay? I think you're exploring options. I'm just gonna bring that in right there. It's complicated. Is there really a separate pile? It sounds like it's kind of complicated across the board for Leos, all right? Let's see. It's complicated, Leos. Complicated Leos. Whoa. Oh, man. It's complicated, all right. All right, this is going to be a spicy read. So never a dull moment with you all, man, okay? Never a dull moment with you all. Let's see, 1850 on the clock. Let me see, I want to get my banners. You can keep this all nice and outlined. Everybody knows what's going on no matter what time they step into the room. All right, single and ready to mingle. Let's have a look at what's going on for you. Let's get the tea or coffee as we do over here in these parts, all right? Okay, we have the Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, to the King of Pentacles, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, to the Emperor, all right? Strong Taurus energy coming out with the King of Pentacles for the Emperor. We got the Five of Swords, to the Two of Cups, to the Ace of Swords, to Justice, to Judgment, to the Hanged Man. I can't, I mean, I can't make it up. The way it just reiterates the message that came through in the shuffle is so wild. Page of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, strong Taurus, okay? But Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, any significant placement, okay? This is what I got. Singles, this is kind of like the main event. It seems to be a pretty major pivotal point, at least now leading you into 2023 and how this year is going to shape up for all of you. So we're speaking to it. I see you got some kind of romantic advance coming in. Could be from a water sign, energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is somebody who has romantic feelings. They want to move things forward romantically. They may be extending some kind of invitation your way. This could be wanting to take you out on a date. I have wanting to go on some kind of trip with you too, this coming in. There's an invitation. There's a movement forward in emotions where before emotions were blocked. Somebody's expressing their romantic feelings and they want to progress things to the next level. You know, this person may come off as being very successful, very stable, really having their shit together. This is somebody who is pretty established. They might be a business person. Strong earth sign energy. Taurus is most front and center with this particular sector of cards coming out like this. But it could be any earth sign energy, really, or even somebody who just exhibits the qualities of an earth sign. Very solid person, like salt of the earth, hardworking, has their shit together, doesn't have a problem with commitment, sees things through, has good follow through. This is like somebody you can really count on. It's interesting because I got presents themselves like this. And there's a reason why I said presents themselves like this, which is what we'll get to, okay? But I believe that this offer is coming forward in such a way where it's saying, I want to progress things further with you. I would like to take this to a place of commitment. And we see this further emphasized with the Emperor energy, right? 22:44 on the clock when I said this. I think this is like really this ideal of coming into alignment with somebody that you really view as being a very strong person. They could also potentially have Aries somewhere aspected in their chart as well. Emperor does represent Aries and Taurus, but there's just such an overwhelming, I'm not seeing any fires showing up here yet for you at all. It's all earth. So I'm leaning more towards Taurus, but it could potentially be Aries too. I think this is a very strong figure for some of you. This might be somebody who's older than you, or you feel in some way they're more experienced than you. You feel like they have kind of almost like an authority in your life. If you haven't met this person, look for somebody like this to come in. There's kind of big daddy sort of energy around it. Maybe this is why you're so drawn to this person. Is coming in for somebody that maybe you had an absent father or you didn't have a strong masculine figure in your life as a child, and because of that you kind of feel that sort of stability and anchoring when you're with this person. They give you this feeling of sort of being held that way. You may not realize that. That might be something that you'll come to discover in time, what it's really reflecting to you. But I feel like there's some kind of offer extended from this person. But here's the thing that you need to be aware of. Something here isn't quite right because we got 5 of Swords. And 5 of Swords is betrayal. All right. 5 of Swords is betrayal. It's doing something behind somebody's back. All right. And what we see right after that is the 2 of Cups to the Ace of Swords. This is front and center right now. This is something that recently went down or will shortly, because Ace of Swords is a winter timing card. So that would be, tail end of December through the tail end of March. Okay. So sometime look for this to come in. I do believe it's speaking more like soon to come in. I also feel like this is speaking to a little bit of like the foundational energy that you have dealt with. I feel like this is kind of, there's some of this is a history you've had with a person where they've made you promises for commitment in the past, but you ended up getting betrayed. Maybe they went ghost on you. Maybe they chose somebody else. Maybe this is what you learned, okay, or will learn. Again, like the message came in the shuffle. Be aware of really taking your time before jumping into something just because the like pheromones are going. Make sure you really know their situation, especially if you're dealing with somebody older or somebody who's really tight-lipped about, about their life because that's my private life. I keep my private life private, if your intuition is kind of firing off, you might want to be aware that you might want to dig a little deeper, because it could be that this person is in a committed relationship. Okay. This might get exposed. This person could already be married or be in a serious relationship. You could potentially end up in a third party situation. For others of you, this is somebody, yeah, I mean, this is kind of even further emphasized with the Justice card right after that, okay? So Two of Cups with the Justice card, the Ace of Swords in alignment with this conversation. I feel like in one way, whoever this is, they have to like step out on a relationship in order to make this thing happen or move this thing forward. And that's the truth. And I feel like with you, it's absolutely the case. You're like, I'm not gonna enter into anything where I'm like having to compete for attention. Is kind of the vibe that's coming in. I think that, this person is coming back around. I feel like you're having somebody come back around. This is some cycle that's really important to complete and address this year. It needs to come to completion. I almost feel like this isn't your first time at the rodeo with this person. You've been down this road before. I feel like this person's coming back around again, and they're kind of like selling you the fantasy is sort of what I got. Oh, it's going to be, this great love, and yeah, I'll marry you. Maybe they're promising that. Maybe you wanted marriage, and that's why you walked away from, this person in the past because they wouldn't take it to that next level. I think you really want to believe that this person is the King of Pentacles, that they're going to deliver. And I have every indication that this is somebody from your past coming back around the bend. All right, because we got the Judgment here. So there's some kind of karma needs to be completed here. And in terms of love relationships, Judgment, it often speaks to, somebody you were involved with in the past comes back up again. Okay. They come back around and they want to have another go at it. There's like a revival, the dead rise again. It's like, okay, are we going to go another round with this? I think you're really going to take your time. You're going to put this on ice for a bit because I think that they're coming like a king, but you sense an immaturity here with the page. You feel like what they're stepping to you with is just small potatoes. It's not anything that's really going to amount to much, okay? And you're going to take some time to consider this before you just jump in again. I feel like some of you may also be just in terms of love in general. You might really be in a position where some of you are kind of putting an ice on just jumping into bed with somebody. You want to really establish first, like a friendship connection, get to know somebody, take it more slowly. I think you've jumped into things really fast in the past just because you felt the chemistry and it didn't necessarily turn out the best. So you're making some different choices now. Yeah, bottom of the deck energy. Look at this. We got the Knight of Wands. Well, there's the fire. I think the desire is going to be there. You're going to want to charge forward into this thing. So it's all about really considering how do you want to move forward. And again, here's the Aries energy potentially coming in too, because this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Could be a Saggy too, okay? I think this person, like they come off like they're the King of Pentacles, but the reality is they're more operating on the Knight of Wands. And so there's a need for you also to understand who this person is and what they can realistically offer you. It's like get a realistic view of the future with the Two of Wands here. When this person comes in, if they're not already here, kind of, pursuing you, and you're trying to make up your mind if you should, bring this into the new year with you. Really consider if this person can give you the kind of, relationship experience you want. Do you think they're really going to follow through? I think this is about traveling too. I'm just noticing like there's a globe in the hand. So I'm almost having this feeling like this person wants to do some traveling with you, go on some kind of trip with you. They're coming in very passionate, but they are coming in that Knight of Wands energy. So, I think there's been some growth in this situation because we do have like the Page of Pentacles progress to the King of Pentacles. We do have an Emperor on the board, but so far the only king we have on the board here is the King of Pentacles. So that gives me sort of the feeling like maybe this person really represents stability to you. Maybe they have certain things about them that are very appealing, the kind of lifestyle they live. They got the finances, they got the money. But there's not, I'm not seeing emotional maturity here. There's not, there's not any other king energy on the board. We see that there is a decision to make here with the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune, it just speaks of opportunity. It's also the Wheel of Karma. It's what goes up must come down. So it's very important when you're presented an opportunity to spin that Wheel of Fortune, when you think about what you're gambling, is what I'm gambling worth the reward? There's some piece about this here. This is about transforming your fate into destiny, all right? This person, though, this person is working with more than one person. It's true. We got Six of Pentacles to Three of Pentacles. I mean, look at the two figures here. They're both on their knees. They'll take whatever they can get from this person. And again, scales. I'm noticing the scales. Makes me think of justice. Makes me think of potentially married. A justice card already came out there, all right? And Three of Pentacles. This is three people working together. So there's something here that you need to be aware of. And you may be wondering, like, can it grow into this? Can it grow into my Four of Wands, my celebration? I think marriage is really important to somebody here too. They're really wondering, should I invest in this? Will it pay off? We got Queen of Cups energy here. Okay, so that's water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could potentially be on the cusp. Okay, you could be on the cusp of Leo and Cancer. All right. But this is about you really engaging your intuition. It's about leaning into what feels right to you. I think you're going to move away from this energy. I see that. With the Six of Swords here, I see you moving away from this energy. Top of the deck energy right now, and for some time to come, I believe. I'm really picking up for a couple of months. You're going to kind of go back and forth on this. All right, you're going to be weighing it out, trying to make up your mind, trying to make a decision. Here you are, Leo, Queen of Wands. You're showing up here very much in your energy. All right. I also think you really do value your independence. I think you're trying to rely on your wisdom. You're trying to sort of balance, your sort of feral nature, your desire to get out there and explore sexually, connect sexually with the lessons you learned in the past and the way that kind of bit you in the ass in the past. I think you're trying to find the balancing point. Yeah, devil, that there's something that you're trying to overcome here. I don't know why, but I got a big hit that single Leos might actually try to kind of like restrain themselves on this level. Like you might be exploring celibacy for a while, refraining from just jumping into bed with somebody. This piece coming in because there's something about you noticed in the past when you did that, it put you into compromising position, and it didn't feel healthy to you. It felt toxic. Yeah, and you always felt like you went there, you went to this place of intimacy, and then, you didn't feel the connection. The connection would go cold right after, and you're not wanting to create that for yourself. You don't want to feel stuck and trapped in the same old cycle, but you realize only you can change it. Nobody else can free you from that but yourself. You also got tired of being in all these dramatic situations where there was all this competition and, it was all about fighting for attention. Security is really important to you right now, so I think you're going to be kind of like watching your energy a bit, and who you let have access to it. I'm really picking that up. I don't see you going back to this individual. I think you are going to be making a really empowering choice to head out on a brand new cycle with the full energy. You have learned your lessons from the past. You're going to use that wheel of fortune to actually transform your fate into your destiny, and you're going to make your destiny what you want it to be. And I feel like you're just going to go out and explore for a while. You're not wanting to get kind of pinned down to anybody. And you're really beginning first with the relationship with yourself. And I feel like a lot of you are going to go out there and you're going to connect with somebody. You're going to connect with somebody in your travels. You're going to connect with somebody in your travels. Maybe an air sign energy. Okay. We got King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, right? This could be a really good match with the 10 of Pentacles here. This is somebody you can build with, right? And they might have that ability to wake up that fire in you, stir the fire in you. They may have air and fire in their chart, right? So they still have that fiery side, but they're a lot more balanced. This individual is a lot more balanced. They're very wise, and they're also very decisive. When they know what they want, they go for it, and they also bring the heat. Okay. I think there's a good chance that you could actually have marriage with this person. Check it out. We got the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like you're going to kind of like table, anybody from the past coming around that burned you before. I don't think you're going to want to go down that road again. I think you're going to choose to explore a different route, and it leads to something pretty special. Let's get an overarching theme for you all. You all have so many cards count. I feel like this pile is almost like a little bit of the complicated pile filtering in, to be honest with you. I think it's all been a little complicated, and I say that just because what I see coming up on the cups pile too. Yeah, look at this. This came out as a crossing influence. There's something from the past that, keeps getting a second wind. It keeps coming back to life, and it just, every time it feeds on your brain, your sensibilities. There's a need for you to be decisive. There's a need for you to end this cycle. There's a need to bury it for good, be done with it, and move forward. Because it looks like moving forward, moving on from this is what really opens up your future for you and has you aligning with somebody who's ready to go there with you. Okay. Not somebody who's going to like drag you down, not somebody who's going to drag you down. Right. So don't go through that again. You don't need to go through that again. All right. Expect better for yourself. You don't need to keep going through all this and all the drama and all the upheaval. And I think you're going to be more mindful. I see you really being smart about the choices you make and doing a lot of tempering, like not being as impulsive as you were in the past. And I think it's really going to work in your favor. All right. Cups. Let's see what you all got going on here. Those in serious relationships. All right. We have 3 of Swords with the 7 of Cups. To the Knight of Pentacles, to the 9 of Cups, to the Empress, to the 8 of Cups, to the Lovers, to the King of Cups. Okay, so I really feel that a lot of you that are in serious relationships are currently considering ending your relationship or taking a separation to explore your options. I think this whole read is complicated. Okay. It doesn't matter if you are single. It doesn't matter if you are in a relationship or if you're already in a situation that you've come to the realization is complicated. It's all complicated. One person, I don't know why I'm saying one person, it might be more than one person, but this is one person's story out there. Maybe I should just put it that way. Somebody's story out there is this. There is somebody that's come forward. They want to make a serious offer. They consider you their wish fulfillment. They can picture having babies with you. They can picture being married to you. They think that you're all that, man. They think you're all that. They love you. They want to go forward. They want to have this connection with you, and they're serious about it. You know, they will really fully invest in this. It's not going to happen overnight. It would take time to see the full fruition of this particular love relationship. I think that you were committed to this at one time. I feel that very strongly. I think you also saw this person as wish fulfillment too. This would be an earth sign energy, okay? Strong earth sign energy front and center in general for Leos, okay? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I think you were really invested in this at one point. I think you also potentially have a baby. You have a baby. Maybe for some of you, you moved on from this person. This person is coming back around. You're feeling conflicted because you already walked away from this before in the past, all right? With the Eight of Cups, you decided you needed something more. You felt like you waited around forever for this person. They made all these promises about this wish fulfillment and it never happened. You never saw it come in. You were just left waiting around forever. And you finally got to the point where you were like, you know, some of you, this went on for a number of years actually. And you're like, you know what? I have certain things that I want to experience in this life. I want to get married. I want to have a baby. Like I want somebody that I can have a future with. And I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to have that while I wait around on you, man, because I'm getting older here. I'm speaking to somebody here who, you know, you're older and you know that you're moving out of childbearing years and you're like, I can't wait around on you forever. Are you going to like put the pedal to the metal or what? I think ultimately you walked away from this person because they were just dragging their heels. They weren't doing what needed to be done. They weren't brave enough. And you knew that you had to go elsewhere to find your wish fulfillment. I feel like you connected with that person or you will connect with that person, okay, with the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But there's two different ways that this can play out here, okay? There's really two different ways that this can play out. For one of you, you moved on from this old energy of the past. You ended up finding your King of Cups. You got married. You may have even had a baby with them. And then here comes this person from the past promising you, once again, 44 on the clock, that they will deliver what they said they would back then now. And it's really thrown you into a place of confusion because, like I said, this person at one point was your wish fulfillment. And so now you're in this place of confusion where you're trying to make up your mind. Should I stay? Should I go? You're looking at all of your options. And to you, no matter which way you go, it's going to create some kind of grief. It's going to create some kind of heartache. Somebody gets hurt here. And so because of that, you don't feel like anybody wins in this situation, no matter what you choose. If you leave your current person, you go back to this person from the past, then you're hurting, you know, the person who was loyal to you, the person who did show up. You know, maybe you've been going through a little bit of a dry spell in your commitment, and this new energy coming in, this old new energy coming back in. This is somebody who really lit your fire, and so you feel very tempted. Temptation is an issue here. Somebody's looking at their options, is coming through strongly. Yeah, I feel like somebody is coming in. They got strong air placement in their chart too. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? They're coming in and they got a declaration of love. They're saying all the right things. They're coming in very passionately, all right? And quickly. You'll see, if you haven't seen this happen yet, you'll see it happen by spring, okay? We got 8 of Wands, right? Again, they might want to travel with you. I see a lot of messages coming in like, this person could potentially be love bombing you a bit. I know it's somebody you were involved with in the past, okay? Because we got the 2 of Pentacles. So this goes a juggling energy, all right? You're already committed. So this is somebody coming back around and it's throwing you out of balance because you're trying to decide between 2 people now. But you cut off this person in the past. We see that with the Queen of Swords here. I think you're letting them come forward. I think you're entertaining what they have to say. You're curious. You still carry a flame for this person. It's a burning secret that you have inside of you with the High Priestess here, okay? This is something you've kept secret, this secret flame you've had for this person. King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's also your energy, okay? You are facing each other, okay? So I think you got a decision to make. That's what's coming forward for you. It's really coming in that it would be wise for you to like take some space to yourself and get back in your own energy before you do something with disastrous results that could really fuck up what you've built, you know? Don't go and throw away, years of commitment to somebody who's loved you and been there for you through thick and thin and all of it, just because, you got, your hormones stirred up. This is something to be mindful of. I think you really need to get back in touch with yourself, get back into your own energy. This person can really throw you off center, and there's going to be a need for you to make a decision about what you can really live with, at the end of the day. Like when you look in the mirror, can you feel good about the decision you're about to make here? There's something really heavy weighing in the balance here, and I think there's sort of a need to, maybe I would recommend going off on some kind of like trip on your own, just you, where you can have some time to yourself, get really stabilized in your own energy without distractions, and feel out what is the best choice here for you. But you definitely have a choice to make. That's coming through really strong. Let's give an overarching theme energy here. I don't feel that this is a situation where your partner would be open to having this person in the mix, okay? For those of you in open situations, like you're committed, but you're more of an open situation. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just picking up that vibe, like it could be not the best thing. There's temptation here, which means there's something you're wanting to keep quiet, okay? Yeah, I don't think you really see this coming. There's some kind of tower. If you move forward with this, if you try to do something and keep it hidden, I don't think you realize there's a tower moment that comes forward, all right? Because what's done in the dark gets illuminated. We got the lightning here and it's in reverse. So this is like something that's, this is like a tower taking you by surprise, all right? A tower taking you by surprise. I also think that this is something going on in your relationship that's going to take you by surprise. You weren't expecting this. It has you put in a position where you have to make a choice, all right? There's some kind of third-party element connected to the past involved in your situation. And it's going to bring matters to a head and a surprising choice in this situation. That's what I'm getting. I get that the queen, okay, the queen in this situation is going to make a very surprising choice. And it was 49:49 on the clock when I said that. 13 might be significant in your situation. This person has a certain insight with the hawk here, okay? A certain perceptiveness. They also got guidance coming in from spirit, and they're going to make a decision in this matter that really takes everyone by surprise, and it really brings a tower moment. This tower moment is illuminating, it's unexpected, and it definitely forces a choice in this situation. That's what I got. Okay. A lot of stuff going on for you all for cuffed. Okay. 5037 for it's complicated. You all only have one card. All right. You have one card. You have temperance. Temperance in reverse. All right. This is really, I'm picking up a couple messages here. First of all, clearly, balance needs to be brought to this situation. Something is terribly out of balance. Somebody is very out of balance in this situation. I feel like I want to get some clarification. Yeah. Okay, we got Ace of Swords. This is the truth. Somebody is very out of balance in this situation. I'm picking up you might be dealing with somebody who's struggling with mental illness. Maybe they're bipolar. They need something to balance them out. You're trying to help this person, but you can't help this person because this person needs to get some help, and you're not capable of showing up for this situation. They need to have professional support. Okay. This is what's really making your relationship complicated. You're trying to deal with these moods. You never know who you're dealing with at any given moment, and it's starting to seep into your emotional state, like you're feeling out of balance. Okay. I think there's something that, needs to happen here to bring matters into a place of balance. I also feel like somebody who is struggling with some kind of addiction could also be causing the imbalance complication in this situation. I pick up alcohol specifically. And I think this person is getting some help. I really feel like this person is getting some help, some assistance. They're doing what they need to do to come back into a place of balance. I actually think they might be going somewhere with the Eight of Wands, okay? There might be a need to have some kind of like intervention and encouragement for this person to go and get the help and the support that they need in order for balance to be restored to your situation. This also may be court ordered, okay? Maybe court ordered. This might be a case too that has something to do with child visitation rights. Maybe this person hasn't been able to see their child because they are struggling with addiction. They're court ordered to go and get some support. They're court ordered to go to rehab. I feel like this is like something that will be happening soon. This also could have been potentially because they got a DUI. They were drunk driving. Somebody potentially could have gotten hurt, something along these lines. They've been court ordered to go and get into rehab. All right. I feel like there is something about going somewhere to get treatment, going somewhere to get support, getting some kind of therapeutic support in dealing with mental health issues. In some way, there's something coming in, something is facilitated, a process is facilitated through an intervention. I'm getting like divine intervention that moves things forward, that helps this person come back into balance. They just haven't been able to do it. And this is the thing that's been causing all the problems and all the grief in the relationship. But I do see transformation here, okay? I do see transformation here. And I do see a lot of communication coming in around this. I feel like there might even be like some kind of group therapy dynamic, communication of a group coming in together. I believe it's like intervention, but then there's also like some kind of healing process needed for the people that are affected in this situation. I do feel like, again, for a lot of you, this may have to do with actually like something legally ordered. Um, that this person goes and gets this help, but it brings them into balance. Okay. It brings them into balance. And the beautiful thing about this is on the other side of that is happiness, the 10 of cups, the healing, the restoration of the connection. Okay. So I feel like you're going through a really rough patch right now, but there's hope for this healing on the other side of that. So let's just see. Let's get an overarching theme here. Overarching theme here for those in complicated situations. Let's get an overarching theme here. Okay. Crossing influence. Yeah, look, we got spaceship. Okay. So spaceship, this is always like a card of like a brand new experience. All right. Brand new chapter in life. Again, travel is a piece in this. So this could also be that part of what's causing problems in the connection for some of you is that you're not able to really connect with each other and come into a place of balance with each other because you're so far apart from each other. And there's a need to like bridge the gap. So this may also be for those of you that that doesn't resonate with, a need to move to a new environment, a need to travel the distance to really make this connection, to find the balance with one another. I see this happening. For those who are going through like some kind of recovery process, I see that going and getting this support is going to be very helpful. Part of what's been the problem has been the environment, like are not supportive. These people are not invested in growth. These people know this individual has a problem and they feed it, like they make it worse. Okay. There's a lot of toxic people involved in this situation. So there's a need to be around a new community of people. I still pick up this message about needing to be around a better community of people that have 56 on the clock. Okay. And I believe this is coming in. You know, this card is all about a new cast of characters coming in. And these aren't people that are just like fly by the seat of their pants. These are people that are important in your life and they're opening up a new chapter and it's going to be a brand new experience. It's all about connecting on a deeper level. Yeah, look at this. You've had a lot of rats around you, you know, people you can't trust. And these people are also influencing this person that is, you know, affecting your situation. We got the attack here. Okay. So there's definitely a need to protect yourself from people in your environment. These people like want to rip you off, you know? They want to take advantage of your person. That's what I got. They want to take advantage of your person. This is something you need to be mindful of. This might be a woman. I'm picking up woman energy, okay, big time because of the praying mantis. She mates and then she kills, right? This cat lady here, you know, this is somebody who just, you know, she likes to play the field. She's an independent agent. She doesn't care who she causes problems for, you know. Yeah, she's like kissing up. She's like acting like she's trying to be a help in this situation. She's not. She's causing dissension between two people. All right. They're fighting with each other because of this woman. And again, it's because of illness. All right. Somebody here needs to get some kind of support. They need to go to a facility. And there's some woman that's interfering in this situation. She's an independent outsider that is actually pitting you against each other and creating a very inflammatory situation here. Yep. She's the fox in the hen house, all right? And she's got a big mouth on her too, all right? She's got a big mouth on her and she's causing all kinds of issues. It's a big problem, okay? You got somebody you got to X out here. They're the fly in the ointment and go and get this person the support they need because there's definitely secrets here, okay? Stuff's happening behind the scenes, but this stuff's going to get exposed. It's going to come to light, all right? Double energy around this. We got unicorn energy. Third party interference, all right? You move away from this energy, you get the keys to open new doors of opportunities, all right? And you get yourself to a place of wish fulfillment. But it's all about like a directional reroute. There's something here. You need to align yourself with a loyal group of people, all right? I'm picking up masculine energy, you know? Get this person's brothers involved, you know? They can help out because this person is taking advantage of this situation that's causing all the disruption. They're selfish and they're greedy. They're a little piggy.